All right, locks, I'm back. I don't usually do this, but here we go. Sneaker review. You can see that Air Foamposite 1. Now, this tag, black anthracite. I call these, and you'll know why I call them this after I open it up. I call these Batman. These are the Batmans to me. These are Batmans. These are pretty much all black. The one little spot where there is a different color is, what color is that? That's a gray. Now, everyone knows Batman has more than one suit, but what does this look like? This looks like the bat suit, or one of the bat suits. It's all black, Foamposite. Now, Foamposite usually, well, Foamposite always, you hear that? Foamposite starts out as a liquid. It's poured into a mold, and then when it cools off, it dries, whatever you want to call it, you get this material. So you can see that it's a little squishy. So it's a foam. It's like a foam rubber. Full length air unit inside here, or so we were told. We've been told. People have actually cut these down the middle, opened them up, and see what was going on in there. And it was not a full length zoom or air unit, whatever you want to call it. It was actually one here, one airbag here, and then one airbag here. Here we have now I don't know if that's real carbon fiber, but that's what it's called, carbon fiber. We have the 1 cent logo here, the one I showed you. We have the only Nike sign, kind of like Penny was supposed to be, one of those special guys like, oh, the next Jordan. Penny has his symbol on his shoe, and this is from way back in the 90s when most guys did not have a signature shoe and or a symbol. So you see that Nike check right there, Penny logo right there, and then the Penny logo here. I haven't even looked inside this shoe to see if there is still. Yep, probably. Oh, you can see it. There we go. You see that that Penny logo there inside the shoe. The 1 cent. It's actually a 1 and then a cent. But I call these the Batmans because it's all black. It's all black, and this shoe is pretty much, unless you do it on purpose, this Foamposite material is almost indestructible for what you are going to do with it. Play basketball in these, they will get a little bit of scuffs, scratches. You can just wipe the scuffs right off. Scratches, if they're deep scratches, they will not heal. This is not that self-healing material like in the some cell phones have it, some cars actually have it now. But for a 1997/1998 season, this basketball shoe was top of the line technology, and it was ahead of its time. It was really ahead of its time. There is another 1 cent logo under here, and I think, yes, there is another Nike swoosh here, and that's all. There's only 2 Nike swooshes on the entire shoe. Like I was saying before, how Nike shoes, especially basketball signature models, you usually can't tell whose shoe it is because individual players don't have their own logos. Anthony Hardaway, nicknamed Penny, that is his signature symbol on the shoe there. Make that out. Sorry for the glare. But yeah, this shoe is pretty much indestructible. That's why I call it Batman, because it's all black shoe, except for that one hint of that gray there. And it takes a lot to beat these to hell. And then even once you beat them to hell, you get a Mr. Clean Magic Eraser. Erase that bad boy right off. And sometimes if the sole does start to separate, because that happens after years and years or storing it in the wrong place where it gets hot, cold, hot and cold, hot and cold, attics, basements, places where it's just muggy, humid, this sole will start to separate, and the carbon fiber will actually start to separate also. All you do is you take some some form of glue. It's usually it's a rubber glue, epoxy. Put some epoxy on there, and boom, your shoe is at least an 8 out of 10. Once again, that's why I call these Batman. It's hard to beat these things up. This shoe has this inner booty in here. That's why a lot of people say, oh, you know what, don't go true to size, go half a size up. And that's somewhat true. But in Nikes, I usually wear, just about all the time, unless it's a woven, I usually wear a 12. I get these in a 12. There are 12 and a halves. Very hard to come by. Very hard to come by. I wasn't going all the way to the city to pick these up. I actually had to go out of my way to get these. Not too far out of my way. I thought I was going to get them at my local mall. These were sold out. These are, for whatever reason, they're super limited. Back in the day, nobody wanted, especially this one in black. And then all of a sudden, 2 years later, it was $1,000 for these. Now the retail price on here is, I believe these are $230. With tax, you're looking at $250 out the door. Hopefully you can get some kind of discount. You can use your birthday coupon from Nike, Foot Locker, and maybe Jimmy Jazz. I don't think Jimmy Jazz has any those discounts, but there it is. Last little part. I believe this is nubuck here, because it's not as deep as suede with nubuck. These laces, these were some of the first laces, flat laces, to be on a shoe. From what I remember, 97, 98 basketball season. They have these grooves here. This actually comes from when they put it in the mold. And the molds, I believe it's poured in something like upside down. It's don't take my word for it. Go look this up. But the basketball experience for the 90s, this shoe was probably a 9.8 out of 10. They're heavy. These are heavy now, but they're heavy because they're damn near indestructible. There's some kind of give and take. Once these heat up, they kind of mold to your foot, giving you that walking on air feel. Still, they are a little heavy, especially compared to these new shoes, like maybe a lot of these wovens, a lot of the new LeBrons after like the LeBron 16, 17, and 18. These are heavy. But how long are you going to play? When you know you're playing one game, I'd rather have a shoe